when he kicked the goal, that wasn't really a big moment for me personally, but because when that happens, like, you understand as a backman.
What are we down to? We're down to 3 or 4 minutes?
No, two.
Two was two. Yeah, okay, two.
And we dominated the last quarter. We could not get in front.
Field position.
Hit the post twice. Masto missed one. I reckon there was another pretty gettable goal missed.
Well, JK, yeah, I mean, there was...
JK kicked one. But, like, Collingwood had come out and kicked a couple, so we were kind of up against it the whole time. But as a backman, and this is where my, not hatred, but just frustration with forwards and mids come, you get that dominance and you're just thinking...
Come on.
We've got to kick one here. But interestingly, when he kicked that, I never lost faith, and I've spoken to a lot of backmen about this who played that day. Like, we never lost faith we were going to get in front. So not that I thought he was going to kick that goal, but it just sort of, you're like, well, if he misses, we're down that end, and he might kick a point and we'll be down by 3. Didn't know exactly how long was left, but you're in setup mode as a backman. Like, I'm yelling at blokes, making sure I'm perimeter on the outside, making sure our back six, our mids are back, we're set up. So when he misses, and they're going to go long skinny, which you do when you're up by 3 points in the grand final, that we're going to get it back. So you're putting the ruckman in the right spot. So when he kicked that goal, I don't have the memories that everyone else did, because when he takes the mark, you're immediately into setup mode, getting the boys sorted. Then when the ball's in the air, you're like, all right, going to kick it or not? Goal, excitement for everyone else. But as a backman and as a senior player, you're instantly into, right, we were just down by 3 points. Now we're up by 3 or whatever, up by 2. We have to go into a completely different mode. Shutdown
mode.
Yeah, like you're in attack the game, go through the corridor, me running off my man. You're in have to win game. Then you have to be like, oh shit. Wingers back. We had a mode where our forward came up to the wing. Our winger comes back. If that gets followed, get the other winger back, get another forward up. Midfielders need to know where to clear the ball. You need to know who's in the centre bounce. You need the backman in the right side. That's the mode you go into as a player. So,
and so what in your now obviously nowadays players know through the signage and the communication, minute, 30 seconds. Did you have that same sort of setup back in 18?
Yeah, it's a good question. I reckon we thought 2 minutes. Yeah, it was more a runner, like the runner would come out. And so
I haven't looked at the game for a long time, but is it okay? I think the Eagles won a clearance, worked the ball towards half forward. I think Luke Shue was pretty instrumental in a bit of that.
Willie Rioli was in the middle. It was his first centre bounce of the game, and he was in the middle for the last one, and he won the clearance.
Yeah,
and they got it clear, and they kicked it to JK, who dropped the mark, I believe. Fucking scrambling around. All you're trying to do at a centre bounce when you're up by that much with nothing long is get a mark, and then you can squeeze skinny. You take your time.
Kill the game a bit.
Pretend that you're having shots. You do that. Whereas old Buggerlugs Kennedy just dropped a blatant mark. And so then it turns into a shit show again.
Yeah.
Because what Collingwood want is...
movement.
Play on, move on. So that whole 2 minute period, just kind of reflecting on it, like... that wasn't exciting for me whatsoever. It was the opposite. It was like
it's like
work mode, and it's.
Well, do you think it was easy for anyone? I mean, in terms of coaching wise, because
but when the goal goes, fans like the excitement, the moment of like, I had none of that.
But you're going from a complete change of attitude, really.
Yeah, and then that sort of plays out, and you kind of do all these things, and if you watch that game, there's a moment with about 7 seconds left, and. Yowie, we pulled him back as a loose behind the footy, which was again our mode where he was the guy who'd come back and help.
Is that when you knew?
Well, nah. But if you watch with 7 seconds to go, Collingwood win the clearance. It bounces over everyone, and it's Yowie at the very back, exactly where he's meant to be. Gets the ball, turns, snaps it back in. Then there's the scrimmage and it's siren. But Travis Varco is about 20 centimetres away from smothering that ball. If he smothers that ball, it's forward of centre. There's daylight. There's 3 Collingwood players rushing, and then there's me and DeGoey in the goal square.
But there's very limited seconds left, aren't there?
It would have been like
touch
and go as to whether I pressed or Varco gave a handball or. I think about it all the time. If you watch it, it would have been. You think Dom Sheed's moment was big? There would have been like 3 seconds left, and there would have been a contest with me, or I would have stretched and Varco would have been running and carrying with no one near him, and it would have been like either kicking for a goal or a massive contest to save the game, but it never happened because we set up right. Correct. So my moment of jubilation was when the siren went, because Yowie got it, kicked it in, and then my excitement was when the siren went, not when Sheeta kicked the goal.